Welcome. All right, let's see. We won the die roll, so that's always good. And our hand is pretty good. I think we're going to keep this. We're looking to go 1 to 3 a lot, and so that's what we're going to do. So it looks like we're going to have turn 1 Utopia Sprawl, turn 2 Blood Moon, and hopefully that's pretty good. We want to get a basic forest with Utopia Sprawl here, not only because of, well, basically because of Blood Moon. Even though Utopia Sprawl can attach to a stomping ground, if you put Utopia Sprawl on a stomping ground, it will fall off whenever you cast Blood Moon. Well, whenever Blood Moon resolves. Because it does say choose it says enchant forest. So if the forest turns into a different type, like a mountain, then it's no longer a forest, and Utopia Sprawl will just fall off. Yeah, let's get one more basic forest. And Utopia Sprawl is going to make red for us. So there we go. Now, it's very likely that we're playing against Storm, which would not be so good. We're hoping we're not playing against Storm. All right. All right, I'm going to lead with a Tracker. I don't really want my Chandra getting countered. If something's going to get countered, I want it to be Tracker. Chandra's going to be pretty necessary if this is Storm to come down and be a removal spell for us. Vendilion Click. Okay. So we could be playing against Jeskai deck. Flooded Strand, Scalding Tarn. This could be a Jeskai deck. All right, I'm going to go ahead and still play Tracker, get a clue, and then I can either pop the clue or play Arbor Elf. I'm going to actually play Arbor Elf. We'll wait until next turn. We should have a decent amount of mana if we can use our Arbor Elf to play another Tracker, get a couple more clues, and then start popping them. It's honestly not that big a deal at all with us having this Arbor Elf. But they did have a Stomping Ground, so looks like we're playing against some kind of teamer deck. All right, now with them having Snapcaster Mage out, I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice one of my clues here. We don't really need the mana next turn as much, but I do want to make sure that my Tireless Tracker is larger than their Snapcaster Mage for both attacking and blocking purposes. So this is like you can see here the strength of having all these Tireless Trackers in our deck. Makes our deck a little lower to the ground than usual Ponza decks, and it's just a really solid card, advantage card. Our next turn should be very good with playing Huntmaster, and I think I'm just gonna play Huntmaster and Arbor Elf and crack some clues. We'd like another land. Okay, another land's very good. We get 2 more clues. Should I crack clues first? Let's see. I could crack 2 clues and still cast Huntmaster and Arbor Elf. No, I guess maybe I should have done that first before playing these. Let's see. 2. Play another one of those. And one of these. And I don't think I'm going to actually attack. We could attack, but I don't want my one Tracker to trade with 2 Snapcasters. I don't really want to trade. Oh. This is the Through the Breach Emrakul deck. Well then. That's going to end the game. I thought we were about to have the game locked up the next turn whenever we just only popped clues and didn't cast anything, and then we were going to transform our Huntmaster of the Fells and kill Vendilion Click. We were going to be fine, but yeah, Through the Breach, Emrakul, that's tough to beat. Well then, what do we have against Through the Breach, Emrakul? Because the correct answer is not much. So overall, I don't think we need Blood Moon. I think they only have green for basically Ancient Grudge. We could try to destroy their basics and have Blood Moon. Guess we could. Kitchen Finks is a card that we could sacrifice towards Emrakul, and it'll keep our life total alive. So I guess, they're going to be playing the role of basically a burn deck, so we're going to need to stay alive. Well then. Okay, well, I'd definitely rather have Thragtusk than Acidic Slime. That's a start. Is this Blood Moon plan going to be good enough, or would I rather have 3 Kitchen Finks and a Primal Command instead? What if I just have 1 Blood Moon in my deck that we just maybe draw? If we do, cool. If we don't, that's fine also. I don't think I need a Bolt to take out, like, Click. All right, we're going to go with this. So Tracker's a real good threat that we saw that game, but it doesn't end the game right away like Emrakul, the Aeon's Torn does. Hand looks good enough to me. Really hoping our elf doesn't get bolted on turn 1. And we're going to be planning on leading with Kitchen Finks on turn 2. That's a good sign. That's not a mountain or a lightning bolt. And then next turn we can play Tireless Tracker and get a couple clues. Peek's a card you don't see too much in Modern, but I honestly kind of like it. You get to look at the other player's hand and draw a card. It's pretty nice in the combo decks. So we're just going to get our Stomping Ground. There's nothing that we can do with that mana. They know what our hand is and everything. I'm just going to get it before giving them a chance to Lightning Bolt our Tireless Tracker. Okay, so our options here are to either crack a clue and cast Stone Rain, or play Thragtusk. I think those are our 2 options. With us being at 21 life still, I'm going to go with the crack a clue and cast Stone Rain. If we would have drawn a Utopia Sprawl. I say Utopia Sprawl, we could have cast that as well. So it's likely that they have like a remand, or they could be kind of F6'd. They are F6'd. Well then. I basically want to slow them down from casting Through the Breach as long as possible. Now it's either Worm Coil or Thragtusk, and we're going to go with Worm Coil. So it could have gone for lethal by like with attacking with Arbor Elf or just popping 3 clues. Could have gone for lethal, but they could have like an unsummon or something. I think it's pretty safe just to play this Wurmcoil. I don't really know what they could have to deal with that here. I guess Cryptic Command now. Yeah, now they could have Cryptic Command. Okay, I guess I should have probably gone for lethal last turn. All right, tap all creatures, draw a card. We definitely want to stay above 15. That's a big thing. We need to stay above where an Emrakul will not kill us. We have plenty of permanents to sacrifice between all these clues. Kitchen Finks, Wurmcoil, Thragtusk, those are all things that we could sacrifice to the Annihilator 6 trigger. We have to make sure our life total stays up high. Looks like opponent's just getting some information out the door. Okay, so going to game 3. Yeah, they have plenty of basic lands. I don't think this Blood Moon's going to do anything. I think I'd rather play Primal Command. I think it's between Primal Command, Acidic Slime, and Lightning Bolt. I think it's going to be between one of these 3. So Lightning Bolt would make sure that we can kill a Vendilion Click so they don't get the chip damage in. That could be pretty important. Acidic Slime and Primal Command are just basically follow-ups to our other land destruction spells. Primal Command could shuffle their graveyard if like we're really worried about Snapcaster Mage. I don't think that would really come up. And we can search our library for a creature and put in our hand. I don't think Inferno Titan's actually really going to be that worth it here. Actually, I'm going to bring in 2 Lightning Bolts over the Inferno Titans. I'm just going to kind of lower my curve some because Inferno Titan's probably going to be too slow. By the time we're actually playing it, if we're still doing fine, probably don't need it. So, do we want Command or Slime? I guess Slime? No, let's do Command. This is a pretty close match. Okay, we're definitely keeping this. We're going to lead with Arbor Elf. With this deck, you always lead with Arbor Elf over any of the other 1-man accelerations. Because if we do draw Utopia Sprawl, we can play turn 2 Huntmaster or Acid Moss. Now we would need another green source for that. So right now we'd have to draw specifically Utopia Sprawl and green source for that to work. But it's still, in case that happens, still worth it to play Arbor Elf first. If we don't draw either one of those 2, so it's not possible, we could play Bird of Paradise first if we think they're going to be able to kill our bird. Like if we think they're going to be bolting whichever one we play first. Yeah, let's do that. How they fetch shock like that likely means they have a removal spell. Really hope they don't. I want to be able to play this Kitchen Finks next turn. So we've seen a lot of remands from them. So there's a good chance they have remand. So it's possible I should just play Arbor Elf, and then if they remand it, Arbor Elf again. I think that's actually what I'm going to do. Because they're definitely a 4 remand kind of deck. And they had the remand, so we can just play our Arbor Elf again, and don't want to fetch or save the fetch land. I think I'll just go ahead and fetch. I don't think we really need to save it for a Tireless Tracker right now. All right, rewarded for playing around remand. Let's hope they don't have like more remands. But they probably do. Ooh, click, click, boom. Okay, so we're definitely going to be able to play either Acid Moss or Hunt Master here. We're going to be able to play something good. I'm kind of guessing they're going to take the Acid Moss. Oh, wow, they took Worm Coil. Wow. Okay, okay. So, okay, so they know about the mountain. I guess they know about the forest also. They know about both those. We drew the Stone Rain. Let's actually play this, blow up the steam vents. Let's just slow them down. And obviously if they trade here, that's good for us. So yeah, let's slow them down. Next turn we can play Hunt Master and Stone Rain. Okay, they did go bottom top. Let's start with Stone Rain. Okay. And now if they pass turn, our Hunt Master can get rid of their Vendilion Click. That's unfortunate. Ooh, Swag Tusk. Now, is it better to play 1 Thragtusk or 2 Kitchen Finks? Honestly, probably 2 Kitchen Finks. 2 Kitchen Finks is 6 power on the board in this racing scenario. It's also 6 mana, so it uses our mana just a tiny bit better. We have to keep trying to stay above 15 life, though, because they could, through the breach, Emrakul us, which would be rough. With this Serum Vision, they did put both cards at the bottom. So that's good. Arbor Elf's not a bad draw. We can cast Arbor Elf and Thragtusk here, so it's not the worst draw. All right, opponent, what do you have? They have a concession. That was a pretty close game, a pretty good game. Showed how much like all this life gain really helped, having the Kitchen Finks, Thragtusk, Hunt Masters, all that. But yeah, that's a pretty good game.